Okay, so in this video, I want to actually talk about one important topic I feel we should um, talk about. In our generation currently now, you see there are so many relationships out there, so many of them, especially among the youths. So many relationships. Sometimes someone point to you and say, "This is my friend." Ask someone, "Who is your friend?" I say, "This is my friend." "Who is your friend?" "This is my friend." And then the next minute, you see them no more, or they are friends, but going into some kind of illicit acts, illegitimate um, um, acts, and all that. So now I want to actually talk about true friendship. Now, when I talk of true friendship, sorry, I wrote some things down here that I'll be picking while I talk about it. Now, when I talk about true friendship, a true friendship is a beautiful, magnificent, and if I say a fantabulous and meaningful relationship that brings joy, support, and fulfillment to two or more individuals. But in this video, I'll be talking more on two individuals, whether same sex or opposite sex, irrespective of sex, because there is a truth that a guy and a lady can be very close friends, can be true friends without indulging in illicit acts. So, irrespective of the sex, true friendship is one that brings fulfillment to both parties. Yeah, yeah. Now, let me use one example from the Bible before I move forward. If you look at David and Jonathan, if you start reading from chapter 18 of First Samuel, you will see the Bible said when David was made known to Saul, after Saul inquired of who David was, and when David was made known to Saul and all that, the Bible said Jonathan loved David like his own soul. In fact, if you read downwards the um, chapters from 18 forward, you see that at a point, in fact, Saul even made it known to Jonathan that if David is alive, then he is a threat to Jonathan of becoming king. But yet, in fact, it's like the more his father wants him to join him to kill David, it seems like that is the more Jonathan loves David, even the more. He loves him. The Bible says he loves him like his own soul, irrespective of where he's coming from, not looking at that this is just a poor shepherd boy or whatever. No, he loves him. So, true friends, sometimes to think of it, if it is in this our generation, probably like the way most youths are fond of criticizing things that they don't even know meaning of. Sometimes we are fond of, even sometimes you look at men of God and you say one thing or the other. Please, I don't want to discuss that. Let's leave that. But sometimes to look at it and say, if it is in this generation that David and Jonathan had existed, they would have said David and Jonathan we are into gay, because Jonathan loved David so much, but far be it from that, it was just a true bond. A true bond. He loves him so much. The Bible said, like his own soul. Yeah. So, true friendship can occur both in same sex and in opposite sex. Now, there is this adage. Is it an adage? I don't know, but there is this saying. Sometimes I hear that they will say, you cannot keep a yam in the bosom of a goat and expect the goat not to eat it. But the truth is, as truth as that saying seems to be, the truth fact is that at some point that saying is false, because it is possible to sometimes keep a yam in the bosom of a goat, and the goat will still not eat it. Now, let me give one analogy. I don't know if you have heard of this that I want to say, but me, I've heard of it from my area at Okpoma. Yeah, we are two, a brother and a sister. These are two people by one parent, not different parents, by same mom and dad. Give birth to them, same mom and dad. That is the same mother and father. They grew in the same house, but the parents didn't know that the children were. The parent didn't know that the children went into um sex, and the elder brother got the younger sister pregnant. In fact, when the issue came up and when the discoveries came up, and some persons even advised because of the shame, what will the child, as in how will the child be? You look at your father, and your father is your mother's elder brother, and then you look at your mother, and your mother is your father's younger sister. That is, how will the child feel? So because of the shame, some even advised the parents to please go and abort the pregnancy, but the parents said no, capital no, that that pregnancy, that the girl will definitely give birth to that child. Not long I traveled also. I don't know if the pregnancy was kept until birth or no. I don't know. But such thing happened between brothers and brother and sister rather. And you can also bear witness with me that there have also been brothers and sisters of different sex, of opposite sex, who have been under the same roof, for years until they grew and marry or go out from their parents' roof in one way or the other. And they never ever did that. In fact, some of you are even witnesses. That where you grew up, you and your brother, you were together. In fact, you two of you were even using the same room because of the relationship people have. And at no point did any of you, whether your brother approached you or you as a sister approached your brother, that please, I'm feeling like this, so I want us to do like. No, it never happened. Some of you are witnesses to that. So it is possible to keep a yam in the bosom of a goat, and the goat will still not eat it. It's possible. So two opposite sex can still be very, very strong, tight friends, and will not lead to such acts. Yeah. Maybe in the future, if they agree to marry, they can marry and have a good marriage. But friendship is not first of all targeting marriage, though. If not, there may be some things that may want to come in. But that's true friendship. They help each other to grow. Now, I have some qualities of true friendship. There are some things I looked at. Qualities of true friendship, or qualities of a true friend. One, empathy. A true friend understands and share your feeling. They validate your emotions. Yes, they share your feelings with you. They validate your emotions. True friends, they validate your emotions. They trustworthy. They're also trustworthy. They maintain confidentiality. They are reliable, and they keep their promises. Also, they are supportive. True friends are supportive. They encourage you and they believe in you. They believe in your qualities. They believe in your qualities. True friends believe. A true friend believes in your quality. They celebrate your success. They are never jealous. A true friend is never jealous. A true friend will never be jealous that you are succeeding. A true friend will never be jealous that you have broken ground that he or she has not broken. A true friend will never be jealous that you have been able to buy car before him or her. A true friend will never be jealous that you have been able to marry before him or her. A true friend will never be jealous that you have been able to go to school or attain a particular height in whichever area of life before him or her. No. Rather, the person rejoices seeing you succeeding and supports you. They are also authentic. They are genuine. They are true to themselves. They never pretend to be who they are not. True friends will never pretend to be who they are not. They are loyal. True friendship or a true friend is loyal. A true friend is never judgmental. Your true friend will never be judgmental. Yeah. A true friend is also communicative. They listen actively, and they express themselves clearly. They listen actively. They listen actively and they express themselves clearly. True friends also dependable. Yeah, you can depend on them. You can depend on a true friend because they are responsible. They follow through on commitments, and if they say they will do a particular thing, they definitely will. Like I've said before, they keep promises. True friends keep promises. Then they also forgiving. You know, not as a student, there are some things I've experienced that sometimes I'll just look and sometimes I will laugh. Then some of them I'll just like, oh, God help them. Sometimes in a fresh semester, you see two people become so close, so tight, and and then it will be like wherever you see this other person, you will definitely see the other one. In fact, if you want to know anything about this other person, when you ask this other person, you will definitely get the right answer. Then after that semester, the next semester comes, and you see these people become like worst enemy, and you begin to be like, what happened? You begin to hear complaints, and this person she today do this person in today do this. See, let me tell you something. In fact, true friendship mm, is not built in a day. True friendship is not a short-term investment. True friendship is built in seasons. True friendship is built in seasons. It is not a short-term investment. Yeah, it is built in seasons because one thing, you cannot just come close to somebody today and then know everything about the person. No. You don't know the person's weaknesses. You don't know when the person's yes is yes and the person's no is no. You don't know when the person is actually saying the truth or is lying. So true friendship is built in seasons. Yeah. A true friendship relationship is built in seasons. Now, also, lastly, I would say true friendship is unconditional. They have this unconditional love. They don't condition you to something before they love you. In fact, a true friend will love you without even expecting from you. Yes, in as much as it is important, reciprocity is important. Hmm? Things ought to be reciprocated, but then a true friend will not mind. There are some people that, okay, today, if you are in need and I was able to raise 10,000 naira and give it to you, then tomorrow, if me I'm in need, and then even sometimes some other persons will raise 10,000 naira from me, they raise the need, raise funds to meet my need or resources to meet my need, but because you that I did good, I raised 10,000 naira for to meet your need because you are not able to contribute 5 naira back to me now. I begin to be angry that look at my friend that when he or she was in need, I did everything I can. If I even went and borrowed or this and that to make sure that I get this money for him or her, but now my turn, he or she did not do it. That's not true friendship. In fact, you guys are not in true friendship relationship. If I'm doing for you, I'm not doing for you because I'm expecting that when I'm in need now, you pay me back. But I'm doing for you because I love you. See, like David and Jonathan that I talked about, the Bible said Jonathan loved David like his own soul. He is his own soul. So if I'm doing for you, invariably it's like I have this feeling that if I happen to be the one in that your position that is in need of this thing, I will definitely raise this money to help myself. So since I can do that to myself and I say I love you as my friend, the same way I am to do it to you. As I'm doing it to you, I'm doing it in the sense that if it were me, if it was me that is in that position, I will still do it for myself. So that's true friendship. Now, let me also tell you something. There are some things that a true friend will not demand from you. A true friend, see, true friends respect boundaries. Yeah, they respect boundaries, consent, and trust. They respect these three things. They respect them. True friends, boundaries, consent, trust. They respect boundaries. So a true friend. Now I want to talk about true friend, more especially of the opposite sex. Even though these days, even in same sex, there are all sort of rubbish going on, which is against the scripture. Yeah, but that's another time though, another time. But in the book of Romans, we see that. That is in another video. But now I want to talk about opposite sex. A true friend will never demand sex from you. See, most times, the female gender seems to be more emotional. Yeah, the female gender seems to be more emotional. So sometimes these emotional victims, they fall victim to this emotional situation and all that. See, as a guy, if we are in a relationship claiming that we are friends, if I claim to be a true friend to you and I demand sex from you, come, in fact, run. Yeah, run. Now, so there are situations that, okay, let me say, imagine that the person comes up with such demand, and then, see, there is always a point that the other person in relationship, there is always the point that the other person sometimes is stronger than this other person in this area, and then this other person is stronger in this area. Imagine maybe I'm emotionally weak and I come to you as a friend. We have been friends for years, maybe, or for seasons, and then I demand sex from you. Rebuke me. If you are my true friend, you are supposed to rebuke me. But ordinarily, that is not something that even supposed to come into my mind. That because we are friends, so we can do everything for each other. So I will not begin to demand. That is, in fact, see, let me tell you something. It is only children. If a guy claiming to be your friend demanding sex, know to yourself that that guy is a child. Men don't do that. Hmm? Men don't do that. Men don't do that. It is only children that small season in relationship demand for sex. Small this demand for money. Buy me this, buy me that. If you don't buy me this, then you don't love me. If you don't have sex with me, then your love you are claiming that you love me is not true love. This and that. Those are lies. They are just trying to play with your emotions. They are lies. Lies from the pit of hell. A true friend will never demand sex from you. Because why? He or she respect boundaries, consent, and trust. Trust. See, there are some things you will do. Let me tell you something to the guys. See, there are some things you will do with a lady that even when you think you people are still friends, you have lost your value, your trust, and your integrity before her. You may not know. You think people are still flowing in this. You have lost it. There are some things that that lady will not be able to communicate, to relate to you with again, because she can't trust you anymore. It's just like if you can do such thing with her, if you can do such thing to her, that means it's possible for you to do it to others. So you have lost your trust. It's hard for you to gain that trust back. So a true friend will not demand sex from you. Hmm? Now, A true friend, like I wrote which is the same thing. A true friend respects and prioritize your feelings, your comfort, and your well-being. A true friend prioritizes your feelings, your comfort, and your well-being. Yeah, yeah. So true friendship is as achievable, but it is built. Excuse me. It is built in seasons, not in a day. It is not a short-term investment. Hmm? So that is true friendship. Note, hmm? True friendship, there is a very strong and great emotional attachment in true friendship. Yes, there is a strong emotional attachment, but sex is never part of it. Never. So take note of that. So that is all for this video. Let me not take it too long. That's all for this video. And maybe in the next video I will either digress if I want to talk more about um this topic, or go into another topic. But then, like I've said, a true friend is one that is he or she is concerned of your growth. So the question you should ask yourself is, are you a true friend? Am I a true friend? Are you a true friend? Are you truthful to your friend? Are you faithful? Or you are the type that when you are before me, or when I am before you, we are friends, we're laughing, enjoying everything together. But when at your back or at my back, I'm stabbing you or you are stabbing me. That is foolishness. In fact, that is childishness in the highest order. True friends don't do that. In fact, even in your weaknesses, the person defends you and then covers you up and help you to grow above those weaknesses. A true friend will never take your weaknesses or mock you on your weaknesses or take your weaknesses to go and discuss with somebody else. There are some people you talk to, you are the only person that you told about the thing. The next time you hear it from another person's mouth, then you will now say, how did this person hear? The person will say, I did not tell him. So who told him? Who told him? So that is true friendship. Okay. Thank you.